Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being in here. We are very excited, the Florida Asthma Coalition and the Florida Asthma Program. So excited that we finally can meet in person after that horrible virus that took a lot of beloved people from us and made us live a very different life. But we're going back to normal, and so again, thank you for being here. My name is Wanda Rodriguez. I am the Florida Asthma Program Manager for the Department of Health, Bureau of Chronic Disease Prevention in Tallahassee. And I'm also part of the Florida Asthma Coalition, being the co-chair also for the home visiting work group in the hospital work group. So very thankful for the Florida Southwestern State College to invite us, and for all of the exhibitors and sponsors that make this a reality. So we're going to have a beautiful day here with lots of learning about asthma, and not even asthma, but management of any chronic disease, and we need it. A lot of us asthma educators and health educators, we know that people, they're thirsty for information and how to treat their own condition. It's just not, it's not only asthma, but any chronic condition that people have to live with. Also, we have online our host, Dr. Xan Nowakowski, and they will be introducing to the online audience. And the online audience, please, thank you for being in here, and just hello from Southwest Florida. Dr. Nowakowski, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rodriguez. Donham. It's really a pleasure to be back with y'all. I'm very familiar with that great space at Florida Southwestern. As many of you know, the world is very different from me right now than it once was. I have cystic fibrosis, which makes me very passionate about respiratory health. So I have been the Florida Asthma Program and Coalition evaluator for, 12 and a half years now, actually about 12 years. It's been such a great span of working with y'all that I'm starting to lose count of the years, which is a good problem to have. I've got 3 announcements for all of you, and I want to give a very warm welcome to the many, many people who are joining us from all over the US and even outside the US today. We had really good representation last year from most of our US states, many of our territories, as well as countries outside the US. So thank you so much for joining us. We're really glad that you can be with us today. There will be a slide deck running throughout the event, and we'll give you some housekeeping reminders throughout the day. You'll also see me and Wanda regularly. We'll switch off introducing our different speakers. All right, 3 announcements. Okay, we're getting a request to increase Xan's volume. Xan is turning their volume up as high as it will go. Hopefully people can hear me a little bit better now. If you want to go ahead and increase my output volume on the meeting room end, please feel free to do that as well. But I've got it turned all the way up for the mic input back here. You're seeing me out of my home office in Lakeland in Central Florida. All right, 3 quick announcements. You get an evaluation survey for this event on Tuesday, the 20th. Oftentimes in the past, we have sent it Monday after the event, but this Monday is a very important day. It is Juneteenth Independence Day, honoring the formal end of chattel slavery in the United States and our African American community. So we'll be sending you our evaluation survey on Tuesday. So please look out for that, and you get a few reminders, giving you a few chances to complete it. It is very important if you are seeking any type of continuing education credit, any type of CE credit, fill out that survey if you want to get your credit. That's where you're going to give us your key information, such as your license numbers for any professions that you want to receive CE credits for. If you are seeking the CHES credit, specifically the Certified Health Education Specialist credit, you must also complete the supplemental CHES evaluation form. And there will be more information about that coming from Altus throughout the day and post-event. Final announcement, very important also related to CE credits. Don't email me about your CE credits. You'll see an email address that's associated with me at FSU College of Medicine, where I'm on the faculty, with the survey. But if you want information about what's happening with your CE credits, email the Florida Asthma Coalition Gmail account. That's FL Asthma Coalition, all one word. I'm sure our Altus colleagues are dropping it in the event chat at gmail.com. FL Asthma Coalition at gmail.com. That is your one-stop shop for any questions related to your CE credits. So with that, I would like to introduce our wonderful coalition co-chairs, Dr. John Prpich and Dr. Debra Weiss, who are going to finish out our welcome session and do a wellness activity with us.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Debra Weiss, and this is my co-chair, Dr. Xan Prpich. We're so happy to see you here in person. Yay, it's been so long. And welcome all of you who are live streaming from your homes and offices across the state of Florida and across the country. So I am a certified health education specialist and professor. I also run a nonprofit organization that serves marginalized populations. In fact, I'm going over to the East Coast I'm on the planning committee of a large Juneteenth celebration over there. I'm organizing planning. It's my third year doing that. So I'm delighted to be here today. And last year, I remember when I welcomed you, I talked about COVID statistics. This year, I'm so glad it's over. We don't have to talk about that anymore. We're in recovery, and we can focus on other things. So this year, our theme is We Hear You, using shared decision-making in asthma care. It was inspired in part by our keynote last year, Dr. Donham, and I've been working with SDN Central. It's an amazing movement. I love it. SDN, it's patient-centered. It uses evidence-based tools, and I've been actually reviewing some of them, to help patients make an informed decision before undergoing a treatment or intervention, so that they have their own participation, full participation in the process with a healthcare provider. I grew up in the old school. My dad's an MD, and this is a way to be. Okay, we have a wonderful lineup of speakers today, and they reflect the full gamut of asthma management, which is a multifactorial disease. So we have people talking about health education, sugar control, pharmacology, written asthma action plans, many aspects of asthma management. I will be speaking about exercise and asthma later on. Please be sure to visit our exhibition hall. We're very grateful to our sponsors for helping us to put on this conference. And in fact, Dr. Prpich will tell you more about that. But before I turn it over to my co-chair, we have our icebreaker. This is sort of famous now. We've been doing it for a while. We're going to be sitting all day, so I'd like to ask you to stand up. And this year is on videotape.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Debra Weiss. Let's all come to a standing position for our warm-up. As I did last year, I'm going to do a Qigong warm-up. Qigong means energy cultivation. It's about 5,000 years old. It comes from China. There are many forms of Qigong, and they relate to the different organs in the body. We're going to focus primarily on the lungs today, as it can help boost lung functioning. So let's first find out how our Qi is doing. When you rub your hands together, let's do that together, and then slowly separate them. You can feel a sort of buzzing or tingling between your hands. That's your Qi, or your energy. See how far you can separate your hands and still feel it. If you're energetic and rested, it should be pretty far. If you're not feeling well or you're tired, it might not be so far. You can also feel someone else's Qi by holding your hands a few inches from theirs. It's interesting, everybody's Qi is different. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes cool, sometimes it's tingling or buzz. It's always interesting to feel someone else's Qi. Now we can boost our Qi with a simple exercise called, informally, 3 thumbs. So let's find that little depression here. It's the spot that Tarzan uses, you know, and apes. Acupuncturists call it K27. It's the lung point. So let's tap there. Help wake up our lungs, strengthen lung functioning, send energy to our lungs. Good. Now we're going to come on either side of our sternum and find that little depression there and tap on the heart point. So we're doing cardiorespiratory stimulation. Later I'm going to be talking about the benefits of cardiorespiratory exercise. Tap lightly. Breathe. For the third thumb, we're going to go to the sides of the diaphragm, and that relates to the liver and the spleen, as well as the diaphragmatic muscles themselves. So find that spot there and tap. We want to send energy to our diaphragm, which also assists in our breathing. Keep breathing. When you're starting your Qigong exercise, it's optimal to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's called a purging breath. As you get into the main body of the practice, if we were, say, to do an hour class, you would breathe in and out exclusively through the nose. And that type of breathing, nasal breathing, has been shown to be beneficial to people with asthma because it cleanses the air as you breathe in and out, as opposed to breathing through the mouth. Okay, very good. Now we've boosted our positive energy, but we may have stagnant energy. We've all been traveling, some of us farther than others, on the plane, train, bus. We have that stagnant energy. So we're going to do something called shaking the tree. Get rid of that stagnant energy. I'm bouncing on the balls with my feet, or you can just do it with your knees and your upper body. You have to just let it happen. Don't make it happen, let it happen. Like a tree shaking in the wind. Breathe as you do it. Imagine all stagnant energy discharging through your feet into the earth and away from you. If you tend to clench your teeth, your jaw, put your tongue on the roof of the mouth, follow your lips. You might smile too. Smiling energy is also relaxing, helps to discharge negativity. Good. Come to stillness. Your energy should feel already stronger than it was when we started. We're going to do something called waterfall climbs. So you can imagine yourself by a beautiful waterfall. Let's go up the waterfall, and then you become the water sliding down. As if there's a string on your wrists. Breathe in, very relaxed. Out. No real muscular energy. It's very light energy. I found this challenging when I first started Qigong many years ago as I'm an athlete. You don't force it or muscle through. It's a very gentle kind of movement, and it's very powerful. Keep your spine aligned, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees. Now we're going to add another movement. Breathing in, we open, chest comes forward. Breathe in. So standing by the waterfall. Breathing very slow. Looking at beautiful waterfall. Imagery is also helpful. It's very de-stressing. I sometimes like to play waterfall sounds. You can find them easily on YouTube or elsewhere. It's very relaxing. It's even good to do during medical procedures. I've gotten permission from doctors for my kids to play that when they're getting MRIs or blood tests. This helps a lot. Out. Up, out, enjoy the view, up. Well, now we're going to work on figure eights. Our wrists take quite a beating. We've all been at the computer many hours getting ready for this conference. So let's exercise the wrists and let's go in the other direction. And press circulation to the wrists. Now we're going to do something called rooster spreads its wings. So we're going to drop our elbow and up, drop the other elbow and up. It's a little like kayaking too, whichever image suits you. And your whole torso twists as you do in, and out. Then opening the diaphragm. In, out,
up. And let your torso twist. Let your neck and head go on to the right. Don't hold that your neck rigid. Relax it. Knees are relaxed. That's one. Keep the hands clasped. Bring it into the chest. We're going to inhale and prepare. Exhale, press the hands out, bend the knees and open. You are pulling back, contracting through the spine. Inhale, exhale, engage the abdominal muscles. Look down through the arms, pull back through the hips. Like that. Yeah. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring your arms up. Now, if you can, go up on the balls of the feet. When you come down, relax the knees and relax the elbows. But keep the hands clasped. Rise up. So bubbles. You inhale, exhale down. This is called bubbling spring. So we've walked a little ways away from the waterfall and found the bubbling spring. Visualize bubbling spring, fresh, clean, clear water, and feel that same energy going through your body. And this time, feet are flat on the floor, elbows are extended. Reach up, relax the shoulders, and over to the right. Look up to your upper elbow. Look forward, and back up. Reach up and over to the other side. Look into your elbow. Look forward, and back to center. And arms float down. Just notice how you feel. You should feel energized and ready for a wonderful day ahead of us. Close, let's cross our thumbs inside our opposite hand, bring our feet together. We're going to keep our spine very straight. It sways if there's a breeze. What we are doing is pretending we're a bamboo. Bamboo plants are very strong and supple and resilient. They bend, they do not break, even in a heavy wind. So imagine yourself strong, supple, and resilient, like the bamboo. Center. Thank you. That concludes our warm-up.
And now we'll hear from Dr. Prpich.
Good morning, everyone. That was great, right? So I gotta say, one thing that I've never heard whenever I give a talk is, can you turn up the volume? That never gets said, because normally my voice, I don't really need a microphone except for the online stuff. But I wanted to welcome everyone. Like we said, this is exciting. This is our first virtual, right? I mean, sort of hybrid, rather. We've done the last two summits virtually, and it's been great. And I think we've learned a lot about how can we reach across this huge state of ours. But it's great to see people in person. It's nice to be, have everyone here. But I want to welcome everyone who's online as well. It really allows us to reach out. And so I'm Dr. John Prpich. I'm a pediatric pulmonologist in Tampa. I've been a co-chair for the Asthma Coalition for, I'm not really quite sure how long. It's been quite a while, and forever. And but I'm constantly amazed, and I just want to thank everyone for being here and thank everyone online. When I'm taking care of patients in clinic, when we're out there seeing patients with asthma, it takes a village, right? It's a lot more than what the physician does. It takes nursing, it takes respiratory therapists, it takes child life, it takes everybody that gets involved. And so I want to thank you guys for giving up your day to come and learn more, but also just to be here for something that's near and dear to my heart, and I think near and dear to our heart as the Florida Asthma Coalition in terms of taking care of patients. And so I just want to thank everyone for that. And I really hope we have a great afternoon, or morning and afternoon, right? Okay. So with that, I know we're trying to keep things moving, so I'm trying to not talk a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Prpich. So